Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our YouTube channel, SRS Solutions. We are here with a new and important topic of digital electronics, that is sequential logic circuits. Now we will see the definition of sequential logic circuit. The sequential logic circuit is defined as such circuits whose output is depends on present input as well as past output. Now we will see the general block diagram of sequential logic circuit. This is the general block diagram of sequential logic circuit, which consists of combinational logic circuit, memory, clock signal with input and output. Here, the interconnection of combinational logic circuit with memory will provide the complete block diagram of sequential logic circuit. Here, for the combinational logic circuit, we are considering present input as well as present output, and by considering this feedback loop, we are applying or we are considering the past output by using memory block. This is all about sequential logic circuit block diagram. Now we will see the various examples of sequential logic circuit. The examples of sequential logic circuits are flip-flop, shift register and counter. Now we will see very first example of sequential logic circuit, that is flip-flop. Flip-flop is a sequential logic circuit which is used to store 1-bit binary values. We all are aware about binary values, that is 0 or 1. For this application, flip-flop is used so that we can store binary values in high or low format. Now we will see second example of sequential logic circuit, that is shift register. When we have to store the group of binary data and also we have to shift that group of binary data, that applications are constructed by using the shift register. We have seen flip-flop. This flip-flop is used to store the 1-bit binary value, and when we have to store and shift the group of binary data, we will use shift register. Now we will see the third example of sequential logic circuit is counter. This circuit is used to store and count the group of binary data. Means when we have to store the group of binary data and also we have to count that particular data, then for this application we will use counter as a sequential logic circuit. Means these are the three examples of this sequential logic circuit, and these are the functions of this particular examples. Now we will see very first example of sequential logic circuit is nothing but flip-flop. A flip-flop is a binary storage device. It can store binary bit either 0 or 1. This flip-flop has two stable states, that is set or reset. Means this flip-flop is used to store the binary values, that is 0, 1. Means in this we can store only two values, and that values are in high or low position. Depending on the value which we are going to store in particular flip-flop, this flip-flop has two stable states, that is set or reset. This flip-flop is also called as a bistable device or bistable multivibrator. This bi means two because in flip-flop we are storing only two binary values, that is 0 or 1. The basic formation of flip-flop is used to store the data. Means the basic function of this particular flip-flop is used to store the binary values, that is 0 or 1. Now we will see the types of flip-flop. First, SR flip-flop. It is also called as a set reset flip-flop. Second type is D flip-flop. It is also known as theta or delay flip-flop. Third is T flip-flop. It is also known as a toggle flip-flop. Fourth is JK flip-flop. And fifth is master slave JK flip-flop. These are the 5 various types of flip-flop. Now we will see the first example or first type of flip-flop, that is SR flip-flop. The SR flip-flop is one of the simplest sequential logic circuit, and it consists of two NAND gates connected, and the interconnection of these particular NAND gates is called as a cross-coupled connection. This circuit has two inputs, that is S and R, and two outputs Q and Q bar. As this SR flip-flop has two inputs, so we will apply 4 possible binary values, that is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. And depending on the application of this binary value, the output Q and Q bar are always complementary. This complementary means the values of output Q and Q bar are never same. Means if the value of Q is 0, then value of Q bar will be 1, and if the value of Q is 1, then value of Q bar is 0. Now the state of SR flip-flop are determined by the value of Q. Means particular flip-flop has two stable states, that is set and reset, and for particular type we have to determine whether that particular flip-flop is in a set state or a reset state, and these states are determined by which output value is going to be provided at the Q. Means if input value S equal to 0 and R equal to 1, then output equal to Q. Means we have stored binary value 0 in particular SR flip-flop, then that time this SR flip-flop will be in the reset state, and when the inputs are S equal to 1 and R equal to 0, then at the output side we are getting present output Q equal to 1. Means at this condition we are storing binary value 1 into the SR flip-flop, and the state of flip-flop is set state. This is all about SR flip-flop. Now we will see the block diagram of SR flip-flop. This is the block diagram of SR flip-flop, which consists of set pin and reset pin are the present input, and these Q and Q bar are the present output, and this Q and Q bar will be in complementary format. This S and R are two inputs, so it has 4 possible values, that is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. This is the clock signal. Now we will see the logic diagram of SR flip-flop. This interconnection of 4 NAND gates will provide the logic diagram of SR flip-flop, in which first and second NAND gates are connected together and clock signal is applied. Clock signal is used in flip-flop to trigger the flip-flop, means to make the particular flip-flop will be in on or off position, we have to use the clock signal. Here S input is applied to the first NAND gate, R input is applied to the second NAND gate. This third and fourth NAND gate is the interconnection of 1-bit memory cell, in which the output of Q is connected to the input to this NAND gate, and output of this NAND gate Q bar is connected as an input, and the whole interconnection of these 4 NAND gates will provide logic diagram of SR flip-flop. Now we will see the truth table of SR flip-flop. This truth table is nothing but the complete operation of this particular SR flip-flop in tabular format, and it is nothing but all possible combinations of input and corresponding output with the particular action or state. Now, this is input column. Yes and R has two input. It has four possible values, that is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, and depending on the application of this particular present input, it will provide the present output Q and Q bar. Now consider first state. When we apply these two values at this position, then at the output side, when we consider past output Q equal to 0 and Q bar equal to 1, we are getting that same value at the present state. So at this condition, at this case 1, the action is nothing but no change. Means there will be no change in between past output and present output. This is case 1. Now consider case 2, in which S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 1. After the manipulation of this all output, we are getting present output Q equal to 0 and Q bar equal to 1. At this situation, we have to determine the state of particular flip-flop, in which this state is determined by the value of this Q. At this condition, value of Q is 0, so the state of particular SR flip-flop will be a reset state. Now consider third case, S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 1, and after manipulation of this value, we are getting present output Q equal to 1 and Q bar equal to 0. Means at this case 3, the binary value 1 is stored into this flip-flop, and the state of particular flip-flop is set state because the present output value Q equal to 1. These are three cases. Now concentrate on fourth case, in which S and R both inputs are at high position. Apply that values to this position. After manipulation of this value, we are getting present output Q equal to 0 and Q bar equal to 0. Means at this condition, the flip-flop cannot respond or cannot store any value, and we cannot determine which value is stored in flip-flop. So at this condition of input, the state of flip-flop is undefined state. Means case 4, in which no value is stored in flip-flop and also we cannot determine that value, this case is undefined state. This is the function of this truth table, in which only these set and reset states are important, and this is the drawback of this SR flip-flop, that only 2 states are important and we have to check these 4 states. So here wastage amount of microprocessor is happening. Okay, now we will concentrate on the second type, D or delay flip-flop. The D type flip-flop has one data input D and a clock input. As this flip-flop has only one input, so it has two binary values, that is 0 or 1, and the output are Q and Q bar, which are always in complementary format. The D flip-flop has property to provide same data output as that of input. Means in D flip-flop, whatever value will be applied at the input side, that same value will be provided at the output side. This is the function, and when we have to obtain the logic diagram of this D flip-flop, then we have to use the logic diagram of SR flip-flop with NOT gate, so that we will get the D flip-flop logic diagram. This D flip-flop has also set and reset states, and this states are determined by the value of Q. Here also, when the input value D is equal to 0, then at the output side Q equal to 0 and the state of flip-flop is reset state, means the output value 0 is stored into the D flip-flop. And if input is D equal to 1, then our present output Q equal to 1, and at this condition the delay flip-flop will be in the set state because binary value 1 is stored into the D flip-flop. Now we will see the block diagram of this D flip-flop. This is the block diagram of D flip-flop, which consists of preset and clear signals, data pin as an input, clock signal to trigger the particular flip-flop, present output Q and Q bar, which will be in complementary format. Now we will see the logic diagram of this D flip-flop. This is the logic diagram of D flip-flop. When we observe, without this NOT gate, this whole diagram is of SR flip-flop. But SR flip-flop has two inputs, and here for delay flip-flop it has only one input. So to make the SR flip-flop with one input, we are connecting this NOT gate with this second NAND gate and the clock signal to trigger the particular flip-flop. And after this interconnection, we are getting the operation of this D flip-flop. Now we will see the truth table of D flip-flop, which is input, present output and next output. Now input has only D. It has two possible values, that is 0 or 1, and for this present output Q and next output is Q bar. Here present output and next output, out of this we have to concentrate on the next output. Delay flip-flop has two values, 0 and 1. So when we apply the D as the value 0, then after the manipulation of this value, at the output side we are getting Q equal to 0, means the same output as that of input. Here, if the Q is equal to 0, then the binary value 0 is stored in delay flip-flop and the state of flip-flop is reset state. This is case 1. Now concentrate on case 2, when the D input has second possible value, that is high value 1, then after the manipulation of this value, at the output side we are getting Q is equal to 1 and Q bar equal to 0. So at this condition the flip-flop will be in the set state and we are getting Q is equal to 1 because binary value 1 is stored into the delay flip-flop. This is all about D flip-flop. Now we will study T flip-flop. This T flip-flop is also called as a toggle flip-flop. The T-type flip-flop has only one data input, that is T, and a clock input. T has two possible binary values, that is 0 and 1, and output Q and Q bar are always in complementary format. Now, the T flip-flop has property to provide inverse data output as that of input. Means same as D flip-flop, when we have to require same output as that of input, then that application uses D flip-flop, and when user has to store the inverse data output value in flip-flop, then this application uses T flip-flop. The T flip-flop work like a inverter or NOT gate, which we have studied in particular logic gate section. T flip-flop has two operations, that is hold and toggle operation. Also, this T flip-flop has two states, set and reset states, and these states are determined by the output value Q. Means if input T is equal to 0, then output Q equal to 1, and as Q equal to 1, binary value 1 is stored into the T flip-flop or toggle flip-flop, and the state of toggle flip-flop is set state. And when the input T is equal to 1, then output Q is equal to 0, means the binary value 0 is stored into the T flip-flop and the state of T flip-flop is reset state. In T flip-flop, we have to use the feedback loop in which Q bar is connected as an input to first NAND gate and output Q is connected as an input to second NAND gate. This thing we will see in logic diagram. This is the block diagram of toggle flip-flop in which this toggle pin is a single input to this particular flip-flop with clock signal to make the particular flip-flop in response state. This Q and Q bar are the present output which will be in complementary format. Now we will see the logic diagram and truth table of this toggle flip-flop. This is the logic diagram of toggle flip-flop in which if we observe this diagram is of SR flip-flop. Only change is that here we have to use the feedback path in which output of Q is connected as an input to this NAND gate and output Q bar is connected as an input to this first NAND gate. Here we have to use the feedback path, and after that here we are combining S and R, both inputs together, and we are applying T input. For these both flip-flop, for this both NAND gate, here we are using clock signal so that particular flip-flop will respond. Now we will see the truth table, that is the function of this particular toggle flip-flop. This is the input section, this is present state and next state, that is the outputs. This toggle flip-flop has only single input T. This T input has two possible values, that is 0 and that is 1. As we have seen that toggle flip-flop functions two operations, that is hold and toggle. Now when the case 1, when the toggle input has binary value 0, then first time it remains same, that is the toggle flip-flop is in hold state, and when hold state, and when second time the toggle input value is 0, then the flip-flop will be in the toggle state, so we are getting output 1. So for this first condition, output is in hold function, and for the second state, output is in toggle function, and we have to concentrate on the second state, toggle function. This is case 1, and when we apply T as a input high, after manipulation of this value at the output side, first we are getting toggle state, that is output is equal to Q equal to 0, and after the second condition, here we are getting same output 1, that is toggle flip-flop is in hold state, and when the Q is equal to value 1, then the flip-flop is in set state, and when Q has value 0, the toggle flip-flop is in reset state. This is all about toggle flip-flop. Now we will see the next time, that is JK flip-flop. One of the most useful and versatile flip-flop is the JK flip-flop. Now we will see the unique features of this JK flip-flop. If the J and K input are both at logic 1 and the clock pulse is applied, then the output will change the state regardless of its previous condition. Means when we apply J and K inputs are logic high position with clock signal, then whatever may be the previous condition, this JK flip-flop will change the state. Now second unique feature is if both J and K inputs are at logic 0 and the clock pulse is applied, there will be no change in the output. Means if we will apply both J and K inputs is logic 0, then if we apply clock pulse, then also there will not be change in the output. Now we will see the third unique feature of this JK flip-flop. There is no indeterminate condition in the operation of JK flip-flop. That is, it has no ambiguous state. Means, as in SR flip-flop, the fourth state, when both input S and R equal to 1, the state of SR flip-flop is indeterminate state. And that was the drawback of SR flip-flop. That problem is never occurred in this JK flip-flop. The JK flip-flop is used for storage and toggle operation, but the drawback of this flip-flop is race around condition. Means if we have to store the binary value 0 and binary value 1, then for this application we can use JK flip-flop. But when we have to perform the toggle operation, then also we can use the JK flip-flop. Means both storage and toggle operation is performed by the JK flip-flop. But this flip-flop has a drawback, that is race around condition. Now we will see the block diagram of JK flip-flop. This is the input side, this is the output side. JK flip-flop has two inputs, J and K, with clock signal to make the flip-flop is in response state. This flip-flop has Q and Q bar are present output, which are in complementary format. Now we will see the logic diagram. This is the logic diagram of JK flip-flop, in which we are using the circuitry of SR flip-flop with feedback loop. Here we are applying output of Q as an input to the second NAND gate, and output Q bar is applied to this second and to this first NAND gate. The input of first NAND gate is J, input of second NAND gate is K. Here we have connected this first and second NAND gate together for applying the clock signal. At this side, third NAND gate output is Q and fourth NAND gate output is Q bar. These two are in complementary form. Now we will see the truth table, that is nothing but the function of this particular JK flip-flop. Here clock signal we are applying 1, that is high position. These are the present input J and K. As this JK flip-flop has two inputs, so it has 4 possible values, that is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. And after the application of this value, we have to find the present state or present output value of Q and Q bar. Now consider case 1, when J and K both inputs are at logic 0, then Q and Q bar has no change in the state. Means if the past value is Q equal to 0 and Q bar equal to 1, that same value we are getting at the present state. So the state of this JK flip-flop is in no change state, that is neutral state. Consider the second case of this J and K input, that is 0, 1, J equal to 0 and K equal to 1. After the manipulation of this value, we are getting output value Q equal to 0 and Q bar equal to 1. So at this case too, the binary value 0 is stored into the JK flip-flop and the state of JK flip-flop is reset state. Now consider third case when J input is 1 and K input is 0 applied to this position. After the manipulation of this value at the output side we are getting Q equal to 1 and Q bar equal to 0. As in this case 3, the binary value 1 is stored in the JK flip-flop. So the state of JK flip-flop is set state. Now consider last case in which J and K both inputs are at logic high position. Then at the output side we are getting toggle state, means if the past value Q equal to 0 then present value Q equal to 1, means whatever value we have considered in past it will be in toggle case. So for this case second and case third we are using storage operation, and for this case 4 here we are using toggle state. This is all about the JK flip-flop. Now we will see the last type of this flip-flop, that is master-slave JK flip-flop. A master-slave flip-flop contains two clocked JK flip-flops, and the first is called as a master and second is called as a slave. When the clock is high, the master is active. The output of the master is set or reset according to the state of the input. Means we can apply clock pulse is in high or low position, but when clock is at high position then particular master circuitry will be in the active position, and whichever input is applied then we are getting master output is in set or reset condition. When clock signal becomes low, the output of the slave flip-flop changes because it becomes active during the low clock period. Means when clock signal is at high position, master circuit will be in on position, and when the clock signal is at low position, our slave circuitry will be in the active position. And these two circuits provide output according to the state of the input. The final output of master slave flip-flop is the output of the slave flip-flop. So the output of master slave flip-flop is available at the end of the clock pulse. Means if we have to determine the final output of master slave JK flip-flop, then we have to consider the output value of slave flip-flop. Now we will see the block diagram of master slave JK flip-flop. This is the block diagram of master slave JK flip-flop, in which it has two JK flip-flops, and this set reset are the input to the JK flip-flop. Here also we are using feedback loop. Q bar is applied to the J input and Q is applied to the K input. Here this first circuitry is a master flip-flop and the second circuitry is a slave flip-flop. It has two JK flip-flops, but at a time only one circuit will be in the on position, and for this on-off application we are using this clock signal with NOT gate. Means if the clock signal is high then master circuit is on. At this condition slave circuit is in off condition, and when clock signal is low, means 0, then the master circuit is in off position and slave circuit is in on position. Here logic diagram is here and truth table is here. So now we will concentrate on this logic diagram as we have explained in this block diagram. Same, The final output is determined by this slave circuit. J and K are the two inputs with clock signal. Q and Q bar are the output with complementary format. These are the cases. Same, whatever function is performed by this JK flip-flop, that same function will be performed in this master-slave flip-flop. This master-slave JK flip-flop is also used for set reset condition with toggle case. Means here also we can store binary value 0, binary value 1, and also we can use this flip-flop for toggle case. This is all about the master slave JK flip-flop. Now we will see the applications of this particular all flip-flops. First is SR flip-flop. This SR flip-flop is useful for data storage and data transfer applications. D flip-flop, it is also known as delay flip-flop, and it is useful for frequency division application. Third is a T flip-flop, is also known as toggle flip-flop. It is useful for constructing binary counters, frequency dividers, and general binary addition devices. For the JK flip-flop, this JK flip-flop is used in shift registers, counters, PWM, and computer applications. And the last, master-slave JK flip-flop is useful in bounce elimination switch, data storage, data transfer, latch, registers, counters, frequency division, and also used in memory. These all are the applications of these flip-flops. So this is all about today's session. Thanks for watching this video, and last but not least, don't forget to like and subscribe it. Thank you.